Welcome to Clink. We're so happy that you guys could join us. What we're trying to do here is realize a dream. You know, we had some ideas, and we've now started to put them down into sort of this YouTube channel. This format, exactly. So what we're trying to do here is open dialogues into certain topics that maybe the media is sort of swaying one way or the other. But what we're about is actually hearing the arguments on both sides and you guys commenting on our videos,
getting engagement back.
Exactly, and going through that sort of point. So that's what we want to try and do here. We'll try and be as structured as possible, and we really value your feedback. So if you see us doing something maybe that you don't completely agree with, or a topic that we bring up that maybe is a little bit controversial, or then tell us and let us know your views one way or the other. Because in the end of the day, what we want to try and do is be a friendly environment, friendly community. We don't want people going out there and putting all their views across, and if someone brings up some of their viewpoints, don't just shut them down straight away, because all you're doing is pushing them more towards the right wing or you towards more the left wing and cementing their position, which isn't fair in the end of the day, because that's how radicalization and everything like that happens. We want everything to be an open playing field.
Don't want to encourage that. We just want to encourage free speaking, engagement, and understanding your thoughts on the topics that we talk about.
Exactly. And I suppose bringing to that point, we want to try and be, like I said, as structured as possible, and we want to bring up probably one of the biggest problems that we face at the moment, at least ourselves, is when we go into the local bottle-o, or the bottle shop, or whatever you call it in your area, the place where you purchase your alcohol, or your coffee, or your cordial, or your juice, or anything like that, is the sparse range that's available, and it just makes, we call it the chaos of choice. There's way too many options. Way too many options. So what we want to do is we want to try and be your tool, help you out in the way that
use us. Let us be your tool.
Exactly right. Let us help you spend your money better.
We would love to spend your money better.
Exactly. Both of those points there. Spend your money and also spend your money better. So what we're going to do is every week we'll have a segment where we actually rate a beer or a wine or a cider or a coffee or a cordial, whatever it is. Some sort of probably some sort of liquid beverage. And this week we are going to try out a little number called Knappstein. Yes. So it does have a little sneaky K, so we don't know if it's Knappstein, but we are pretty sure that it is Knappstein.
Any linguists out there, let us know.
Yeah, exactly. Or if it's your beer, then let us know how to properly pronounce it. It is made in South Australia. I know South Australia is famous for their wines. Their beers not so much. So I'm a little bit skeptical on that side of things.
Sure on that, but yeah.
So it's a reserve lager. So we'll try that out today. At the end of the show, we will review it. We'll explain the review system at the end of the show, and then every week we'll review those. So
we encourage you to grab a beverage and
Clink.
Join us.
Cheers. So we'll see how that goes. So moving on to the first topic of discussion, I think it's probably a well used.
A spot.
It does deserve a spot. It's probably been a little bit over publicized.
Controversial potentially.
It is, and there are a lot of stuff to talk about on the topic, but we will try and limit it. So President Trump. Exactly. So he is now in power of the free world. You would be aware of that unless you've been off the grid or living under a rock or something like that. Not that we're upset about that, because that's pretty good in this day and age to actually limit yourself from social media, but don't limit yourself from our channel. So
don't limit yourself to our channel. But if you had just come into the world and this was the news that you were given, we understand if you may have been a little shocked.
No, exactly, and we want to hear your viewpoints on the subject. One of the main things that he's doing is uses a lot of Twitter.
I mean, I would maybe go as far as saying too much Twitter.
I think so. It hasn't been a major political tool, if we're going to use that word a little bit today, but it hasn't been a major political tool in the past, but it seems to be one at the moment.
Absolutely. I think he's using it I mean, you've seen up to 10 times a day.
10 times. I mean, I don't know about
Maybe
you
more.
guys.
Maybe more.
Maybe.
I'm not counting.
Exactly. I don't know about you guys, but any social media posting for me, one post a day is quite a bit. So
I mean, I actually stay away from social media quite heavily. I don't mean to, just forget a lot of the time. So, you know, could you do 10 posts a day?
No, like I said to you, I find it very difficult, and well, I don't even use Twitter. I find 140 characters is a little bit short for me, especially if I'm going on a rant. But and
too literate.
No, I wouldn't go that far. But yeah, no. So I don't use Twitter, but I know that he is using it almost as a political tool. As far as using Twitter, it's making some companies in the US going up and down on the stock exchange. So
yeah. I've from what I understand, if you can understand the context behind the tweet, then you potentially there's a gold mine there, stock wise.
No, there is. I mean, and we're not giving any financial advice or anything like that, but there has been algorithms written that when he mentions a certain organization, whether it's positive or negative, it's then having an effect on the stock exchange. For me personally, I don't think someone should be given that sort of power to be able to control the stock market.
Absolutely not. But this is what happens when you bring a billionaire businessman in to be president of the free world.
Exactly. And let us know what you think of President Trump. I know for one thing that, you know, he's a politician. Most people think of politicians, you know, they talk the talk, but they never walk the walk. For one, I think he is walking the walk. I might not agree with a lot of things he does, or I might agree with some of the things he does, but he's actually following through in everything he does.
I think after the first few days of office, he'd accomplished a lot of things. I mean, or at least, you know, began the process of, you know, integrating some of those new new executive orders that he was looking to bring in force.
Exactly. So let us know what you think. That's the most important thing here. We want to make a level playing field. We want to hear the arguments on both sides. And once again, we do not condone any bullying on our profile. So make sure that you listen to other people. You can put your own views forward, but don't ridicule others because of their views. Because we are all about having an open discussion.
Enjoying the connection, the engagement, as we keep saying. Discuss with us. Tell us what you think.
Exactly. The next point that we really wanted to discuss, we're trying to, have a wide variety of topics so it's interesting for everyone, is the Nintendo Switch.
Yeah, Nintendo Switch popped out, I think, Friday last week?
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
We're looking at a fairly powerful tablet with a couple of joysticks attached to the sides. Now, I mean, not to belittle it in any way, but, we've got the power of Nintendo behind it, so some very good software to back up the hardware there. It's almost like an evolution, it's still on the Pokemon Go trend there, of the Wii U. We're looking at a tablet here that's actually just got disconnectable joysticks, so that can go into a normal format that other consoles have. So maybe we're going to see a lot more third-party support. Maybe we're going to see a lot more games that you would only usually see on the Xbox and the PlayStation.
No, exactly, and I think that's a major talking point as well. It's basically a 3-in-1 system. It might not have the same sort of specs as, say, your Xbox or your PlayStation, but it does provide that uniqueness. I think the Wii U was a complete flop. That's my opinion. I didn't even want to purchase one. I do want to purchase a Nintendo Switch. I think it's a little bit expensive at the moment, the price bracket that it's at. It might not be as expensive in your area, but I know that it is about 25% to 30% more expensive than the current Xbox and PlayStation in our area.
It's quite a big figure, isn't it?
It is. And it doesn't have a lot of release titles at the moment, or any release titles that I will feel that we should purchase, or that I would purchase at the moment, other than obviously Zelda. So.
Yeah. Well, I mean, on that note, let us know again what you think, and we probably should wrap it up there before we take too much of your guys' day.
No, exactly, and thank you very much for watching. Probably the most anticipated thing from all of our viewers of alcohol consuming age. Make sure you consume alcohol responsibly and adhere to your local laws. And we've been having a few sips of this Knappstein.
What are your thoughts?
Tasty.
I think so.
Slightly fruity. Yeah, I think the hops definitely pop. So
Well, so the rating system, the way we're going to do this is thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs in the middle. Up good, down bad, in the middle. You need to explain yourself. Explain in what circumstance that you would buy this drink. So yeah, after 3, I guess we should decide whether or not we would buy this drink again.
exactly. So
Whether you should buy this drink.
actually, yes, it's all about you guys. You guys are important to us. You're spending your time, precious time, watching us. So we would like to give some back to you guys.
So, ready? 3, 2, 1. Yeah.
I think it's a thumbs up from me.
Yeah. Thumbs up from me.
I thought it was a great drink. We purchased this from Dan Murphy's if you're in Australia. If not, Knappstein, Knappstein. Google it and check it out for where you can acquire it. We would definitely recommend this as a drink, a Friday afternoon beverage after sport, or watching the sport if you're not that way inclined to actually play. But anyway, yeah. So us, subscribe.
We like the beer. We would like you to like, comment, maybe subscribe.
Exactly, and we'd hope that you guys catch us next week.
Cheers.
So, thank you.